And Jay, as an East Coast guy, you've traveled the globe. You can appreciate the thirst and the passion of these fans.
There's no doubt about it. It lives here in Philadelphia. And how about only a couple of years ago, this team had just won 28 games. Now we're talking about them potentially winning an NBA championship.
They've waited a long time, and now perhaps comes the reward. Controlled by the Philadelphia 76ers. Sixers finally break through. 52 wins last year. But, Jay, where do they factor in a top-heavy Atlantic division?
I still see this team finishing on the outside looking in. What I mean by outside is the 2 or 3 spot. I think this is Boston's division to lose, Boston's conference to lose. But still, the question marks with Toronto. Kawhi Leonard, does he really want to be there? Changing up their coach. What's going on with that franchise? And the question mark still is around Ben Simmons and his ability to shoot the ball down the stretch.
Free throw up and good. It's a 3-point play on the first possession of the game. Dinwiddie with the basketball. Looking to make something happen from long range. Not getting the bounce. Here's Simmons with it up top. He'll run the offense to Redick. It goes down.
There's certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
To Hollis Jefferson. Here comes the screen. Shot from the lane won't go. And a chance coming up at the line.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
Off the mark on the first free throw. No good. Missed them both. And a putback slam.
Ooh, establishing the glass early, but the defense has to be better at boxing out.
Sixers control it. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Jay, what's the next step for Ben Simmons?
MVP, Ed. To win the MVP. But perception is reality. And I've been hearing this stuff from a lot of people who have been watching Ben Simmons show out this past summer on IG. One will perceive that Ben Simmons has already won a championship when that has not been the case. Ben Simmons needs to get back to the lab, stay in the gym, continue to work on that jump shot, because this is still a team that lost 1-4 to the Celtics without Kyrie Irving and Gordon Hayward.
Is in for 2.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Dinwiddie into the front court. 10-4 is the score. Baseline drive. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Shot stopped by Embiid.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Gets it in the left corner. To Dinwiddie. The Nets now with 4 to shoot. Gets a look. Can't hit. To Redick. J.J. Redick, 2 for 2. That's what you want.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Dinwiddie with the basketball, trailing by 10. Has a chance with the step back.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
To Redick. Embiid good. Good for two.
Can we take a second to talk about the most gregarious personality in the NBA? We don't trust in the process. No. We're beyond the process. Joel Embiid has emerged as this generation's Shaquille O'Neal, and he's done it in a variety of ways. He's a dominant big who doesn't shy away from the physicality of the game. Probably the reason why he was up for Defensive Player of the Year. And also, he has a personality that baits you into a conversation, whether you like it or not, and he's pretty hysterical. This kid is going to be a star in the league for years to come, and you better pay attention to what he has to put down.
Redick to Embiid with a drop step. Using the post to his advantage there and the finish at the rim. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
So both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. To Hollis Jefferson. Kenneth Faried powers it down. Jay, perhaps that's a start.
Those kind of plays get me fired up. That's a momentum play. They looked lifeless here in the first quarter, but a dunk like that can get your team going in the right direction.
Simmons. From the painted area, won't go down. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
That's a good run right here to end the first quarter to open up that lead. If you're the coach of this team, you have to like the effort your guys are giving.
Slam dunk for Hollis Jefferson.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
It's Brooklyn's ball. To Faried. Knocked loose. Sixers have it. Oh, big finish at the rim.
And that is the sign of an unselfish team. When everybody in transition thinks they have a chance to get the ball because you have a willing passer, somebody willing to make other players on his team look great, that's only going to force your players to play that much harder on offense and give you more energy on the defensive end.
Blocked away. Throws it down. Deep three at the buzzer. We're through one at Wells Fargo Center with the Sixers on top. Jay and I back with more after this. You're watching the NBA on EA Sports. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Brooklyn's got it. Had a good look there, but it's no good.
And this happens all the time in this league. Sometimes offensively, you're tired.
Stuffs it down with authority.
Joel Embiid looking to take his game to a completely different level after working out with one of the best trainers in the league this offseason. An all-star for the first time last year, averaging 23 points. Safe to say, no longer trust the process. Joel Embiid is the process.
Blocked by Embiid.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
To Fultz. The Nets have the rebound. Jay, 28 wins a year ago for the Nets, but a couple of individuals, they shined in their playing time.
8 wins better than the year before. And think about Jared Allen for this team. He is a new age 5, has the versatility and the speed to run the court. And then you think about a guy like Spencer Dinwiddie, who actually got drafted in the second round and actually gambled on himself, had a horrific knee injury. To see the kind of minutes due to the injuries that he played and the level that he played at, Ed, this team is on their way.
Easy path to the rim.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Embiid says not this time.
Oh, and he can't keep it in off the block.
Man, that was impressive. Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
Subbing in for the Brooklyn Nets, number 40.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Cleans it up. Saric with the rejection. Fareed
sent a message on that one, Ed. Oh, he sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
Because in certain players' mind, it doesn't matter if they're amongst the trees or not. They're always going to be the giant in the paint.
Napier with the basketball. His guys down big. The drive, right to the basket, right down Broadway for the 2. Defender has to pick him up.
Okay, I saw a little bit of a handle there. But let's see if that confidence is still there down the stretch.
Markelle Fultz. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here, because that was not an easy look.
Trying to cash in. Napier's shot won't fall. To Reddick. And the basket good at the rim.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Brooklyn with the basketball. To Fareed. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Fultz into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. Joel Embiid. Now the defense has to adjust. He's 4 for 4 to start this one.
Now that the process has been established, it's going to be fun to see how much better Joel Embiid can be this season. Everybody heard about his arduous offseason workout program, but the thing I love about him the most, he always works on his game, even if he's dunking on random fans on vacation.
Doesn't get the bounce.
Ed, the game is so different. In today's NBA, defenders are longer, quicker, and more athletic than we've ever seen before. So offensively, as a shooter, you either have to be able to create more space off the dribble for your shot or have a much faster release. Ideally, you have both in your arsenal.
Fires the 3. Oh, good offense, beating good defense.
Man, you making people dance out there? I see you with the footwork.
Now a whistle and a timeout for Philadelphia as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Markelle Fultz to Embiid. Stuffs it down with authority.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
Able to convert inside.
There you go, finally. Shoot your shot.
To Embiid. That's rebounded by the Nets. Dinwiddie into the front court. Down a bundle. Has a look. Shot no good there by Dinwiddie. Embiid. Going to launch. Beyond the arc. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Just inside the arc, at the buzzer. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
The 76ers were the dominant team in that first half, without question. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Philadelphia 76ers. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Brooklyn Nets.
Game track. Lock.
Back to Ed and Jay.
First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. Nets have it. And the finish at the rim.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
To Embiid. Nothing going here on that drive. Oh, Ben Simmons. Very efficient and making an impact. He's 3 for 3.
As a rookie last year, Ben Simmons averaged 16 points a game and posted 12 triple-doubles, the second most by any rookie in NBA history. Or was last year really his rookie year? We can debate that one later.
Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Old school equals high percentage.
To Covington. Count the bucket for 2.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Dinwiddie with the basketball. He'll run the offense. Jay Williams, kid from Jersey, rooted for the Nets growing up. And where do you live now? Brooklyn.
Of course, I'm following my favorite team, and these comments are probably going to sound biased because they are. But Brooklyn is a completely different place. Only 5 minutes outside Manhattan. It almost feels like a suburb of the city. And the fact that it's culturally relevant, it just feels like Brooklyn is the new place to be.
To Dinwiddie. To Simmons. Try from the baseline, but it won't go down. Deep left corner. Doesn't have the touch. No good.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning an ankle on that landing.
Nothing going here on that drive. Covington, and a bad pass as it's taken away by the Nets.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort, it's off the charts.
To Simmons. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Ben Simmons trying to cash in on the three-point play. Hasn't missed yet. Simmons converts the three-point play. The Sixers increase the lead. Napier with the basketball. Looking to make something happen. Wide open look, won't go. To Fultz. Polished. Oh, he's a
blocked that shot out of bounds.
Jay, they're lucky they get the ball back.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Nets have the basketball. To Allen Crabbe. Lets it fly from long range. Rebound Covington.
And you knew this game had a chance to get out of hand pretty quickly because of the communication. When these guys stepped on the court, Ed, they were yapping back and forth to each other. And that kind of communication, that kind of collective responsibility to one another, you feel that on the court. That's why this team is special.
Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
That's out. Last touch by Wilson Chandler. We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Jay, there is no question the Nets have a long-term vision, and they are not breaking away from it.
That vision starts with Sean Marks, who's the GM of this team, and what he was able to pull this past year was pretty much a miracle for the Nets in getting rid of Timothy Mozgov's contract for $16.7 million. He's been able to create so much cap space for this Nets team that Brooklyn now is becoming a destination. People are talking about Brooklyn rather than the New York Knicks.
To Simmons. Rises for the slam.
I know this for a fact, Ed. Ben Simmons wanted to channel his inner Bill Russell during the NBA awards as he stood up on that stage accepting that Rookie of the Year trophy, looking down at all the people that hated on him and didn't think that after a year of being injured that he can come back and be the one that everybody thought he could be. One of only 7 players in NBA history to lead his team to 50-plus wins while accepting the Rookie of the Year trophy.
Stuffs it down with authority.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
There you go. I like seeing the scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Nothing going here on that drive. McConnell. And counted at the rim.
Not always the first option, but his number was definitely called on that one.
For 3. And the rebound comes to Johnson. Deep 3 at the buzzer. 3 quarters down, and the 76ers have to be feeling good. It's been a compelling game so far. The 4th quarter is underway.
Just a reminder today, folks, if our team wins the game and
Philadelphia with the basketball. Simmons to Covington. Oh, Davis.
Whoa! Get that out of here.
Message sent, Jay.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Picked up by the Nets. To Dinwiddie. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Simmons into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. Oh, you could sense that coming.
There is a premium market for players with that type of hand-eye coordination.
Beyond the arc for 3. Rebound comes down to Brooklyn. Over to the right side. Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. Here's a chance from long range. Textbook defense.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
It's Brooklyn's ball. Passed it off. That's out. Last touch by Shabazz Napier. Changes coming from both sides right now. Fultz. Count the basket inside.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Dinwiddie into the front court. His guys down big to Allen Crabbe.
Screen on your right. On your right.
No, I missed a short one there. Picked up. Here we go. To Covington. And count the basket.
There's certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Defense making the ball handler work. To Dinwiddie. Get the cameras out. Flash on.
That's going to make a nice poster.
It's in the hands of Philadelphia. Covington with a shot that's off the mark. To Allen Crabbe. For three. Rebound taken by the Sixers. Embiid to Redick. Nothing going here on that drive. Markelle Fultz. 3 for 6 now.
That's what you like. That rip through right into the shot. That's smooth.
Have to respect all elements of his game. Here comes the screen.
Screen coming your way.
From the painted area, won't go down.
And you see so many players quit on a play after they were beat the first time, but not him. He stayed on his hip, he fought back, and he made the player miss the shot. That's great defense.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Big shout out to the athletic trainer for this team. It's obvious you've been doing all the preparation required of your team in the weight room in the offseason. Flex on them a little bit.
New blood coming in for both sides.
Number 17.
Fires the three. Cleared out by Embiid.
The game is won in the details. The team who has the most attention to the minutia is a team that wins the ball game. And from the beginning of this game, this team has been mentally engaged. I know the season's a long year, but when you come mentally engaged and you have attention to detail, whew, that's a scary thing to watch.
Shot in the lane, won't go.
Seems like a lot of contact on that play. If I were that player, I would pull the ref over to the side, talk to him, express to him how much contact there was so he could look for that same foul call potentially the next time down the court.
To Allen Crabbe. Deep right corner. Brooklyn with 4 to shoot to Dinwiddie. Off the assist.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Sixers have the basketball. He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
He was all over him. Missed the shot. No free throws. Fultz with the basketball. His guys hold a commanding lead.
The assist from number 12.
The Sixers are victorious as they win this one in blowout fashion. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
David Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The 76ers dominated this game from beginning to end. You ask me, and I'll tell you, it was the ball movement that made all the difference. There's something to be said for a team that can win as a group, and that's what happened here today. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored. For the Philadelphia 76ers, it wasn't a great performance by these guys, and unfortunately, we have video evidence. Viewer discretion advised. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Brooklyn Nets.
Game track. Assists. Player of the game.
Joel Embiid was happy to throw down plenty of dunks, and if the defense happened to be there, he brought them along for the ride.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. Top plays, and we've got 3 of them for you.
Number 2. Number 1.
These are the upcoming matchups for the Philadelphia 76ers. On behalf of Ed Cohen and Jay Williams, this is Jalen Rose signing off.